Both Gettysburg and Gods and Generals have a very strong life in home video and in all the aftermarkets, broadcast television. They have found an audience and that continues to renew itself. Witnessed by a year and a half, 2 years ago, Warner Brothers released the director's cuts of both movies. There actually was a longer version than the Gettysburg movie. It was almost 18 minutes longer, which even I had forgotten. So when they said, you know, we have a longer version we want to release as a director's cut, I said, there is no longer version. And then I was corrected when they showed me that, in fact, there was one that I'd forgotten about. And that was refinished almost 2 years ago, remixed and recolored and released along with Gods and Generals. In the case of Gods and Generals, there was, in fact, an hour more of material we added, re-edited the whole film and restored that to its original. And those films just play and play in the home video market. So it's been very gratifying that the audience keeps discovering and rediscovers those movies. It's rare that if I go to a public event that somebody doesn't come in and comment on either Gettysburg or Gods and Generals. And it's, you know, deeply appreciated. You know, if a person come up to me and make a comment on one of those movies, it's meaningful to me that both those films live, in the case of Gettysburg, now for 20 years. You know, you never know how a film's going to be received when you make it, and you never know how it's going to be received with the passage of time. I think all any of us filmmakers do is try to do our best work, our honest work, and you know, see what happens. I think certainly in the case of Gettysburg, we started with an extraordinary novel, Michael Sharra's The Killer Angels. Great storytelling, great characters. Another thing we had going for us was Ted Turner, because very few filmmakers had the liberty that I had to tell that story in both the time, that's a 4 hour and 15-minute film, and the artistic freedom. I mean, Ted Turner gave me complete artistic freedom. Didn't have to. I didn't have a final cut in my contract, but he did, in effect. And that allowed a great deal of freedom without the constraints of trying to squeeze it into a certain time. We had budgetary constraints, but don't we all? And so it just all came together in terms of the studio, which was Ted Turner, the right kind of atmosphere created where this filmmaker could do his best work. And then we had a great cast, just a wonderful collection of actors. Wonderful crew, and it was a magical time. I mean, we worked our butts off the summer of 1992 at Gettysburg when we filmed that. Long hours. We had way too many setups that we could possibly have done per day, but we did it. We got the job done, and we remain to this day a band of brothers and sisters, those of us who worked on that movie.